Going live.
Hanu?
Yep.
Hi everyone, I'm Afshan, CEO and founder of T-Square Lab. Here's with me Dimitar, he's my
Hi.
head coach. Hi Dimi.
Hi.
So excited for this. So today we will be talking about lose fat and keep it off. Welcome to our first webinar. So before we head into this, I would like to tell you about myself, how I got into this. So my journey started when I was little. I had a back injury and which made me paralyzed for over a year. And I'm sorry for fumble. Then doctor told me that I won't be able to walk again. But then when I got older, slowly I started getting into the workout and activity routine. So my husband's help, I started walking slowly, and then I got my first 5K done, and I was so happy that I could manage to do it without.
Amazing.
Then my husband introduced me with the PT, and that's it. That was the last thing ever happened. Good.
And after that,
After that,
T-Square Lab
everything
came.
T-Square Lab came.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
It's the
Because I've
history,
fallen in love with strength training, and the way the PT helped me getting stronger, and then how he helped me how to eat nutritious food and whatnot. So it was amazing.
And there we go,
There we go.
right? And you're a personal trainer right now, right?
And
Over the
I'm
50.
here, yes,
Amazing.
exactly. So this is why I'm here to help all of you what I have learned through my journey with the injuries and getting rehab, and plus getting the great people who helped me come here. So we are here to help you. Let's roll it.
Amazing. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So let's kick it off, right? Before we start doing this live webinar, right? I want to introduce myself. My name is Dimitar. I'm a head performance coach in T-Square Lab. And I want to share some of my stories of my point of view of how to lose fat and keep it off forever, right? So if you're thinking about that this going to be some kind of shortcut, you know, I just want to tell that this is a real webinar and we are not trying to sell anything here, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Absolutely, right? So our purpose is just to educate people, and to give the real truth, what's behind the fat loss journey,
Exactly.
and how to keep it off forever, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what we
Perfect.
do day to day for ourselves,
Absolutely.
so we will just like to share with you, so then you can benefit from it.
Absolutely.
Okay? So I'll let it on you.
Perfect. Yep.
Over to Dimi. Thanks.
And we are ready to go. So before we dive into the fat loss thing and how to keep it off, I want to somehow just zoom out for a little bit, you know, and give you introduction of what's my point of view, right? So 11 years ago when I lost my father due to him living unhealthy lifestyle, right? Not moving around, smoking cigarettes, business trips all the time. I spent some time with myself. What was the cause of him going that way, right? So basically after a couple of years, I realized that the way he lived, he wasn't moving at all, right? So in the past decade, as a fitness professional, the most important thing that I've discovered personally is developing a body that moves well. It's a diamond where into the place where you feel capable, confident, and free. So first thing first that you have to realize is we're born to move. This machine that is in front of you is made to move around, period. But the problem is the human life these days have been structured in a way that makes it very easy to avoid any movement at any cost, right? So we sit in the cars most of the time and we go place to place. We go to work, let's say at work we sit in our desk for most of the time, right? Then we come home, we are basically tired of doing the job, regularly. So we just sit again and we try to relax. But that's not what our bodies are built for, right? So over time, we start feeling like creakiness, joint pain, muscle dysfunction, and it all have become a norm these days. So in my opinion, once people shift from heavy and stiff to feeling lean and agile, is the feeling that they will start living much better. So they notice they are more energetic, right, and young feeling, able to do things that they've been putting off for years, right? They feel much more empowered, they're proud of their lifestyle, and they're free from any anxiety and limitations that held them back for so long. So basically, I want you to start thinking in a way that if you start moving well, you will also think well, you will also feel well, you will also live well, right? So no matter where you are starting, the more you move, the better your body will function. Because when we move, our muscle contracts, we load our connective tissues and bones, right? We increase our respiration and circulation, and we release particle hormones and cell signals. So that brings another question: why movement is so important, right? Because movement tells our body to retrieve, store energy, fat and glucose, and use it later on, right? To store extra energy in the muscles, or either use it as a repairing, or rather than storing as a fat. To strengthen tissues such as muscle, tendons, ligaments, bones, you name it. And also movement can help to clear out accumulated waste products. So with this being said, we can now move towards the things that you might consider in order to keep the fat off forever, right? So first thing first, you have to keep moving until the last day of your life in order to keep your fat off. So next thing, when it comes to changing your lifestyle, there are literally no magic pills. The reason why we're operating with T-Square Lab that is because we are trying to teach people how to proceed the sustainable way of living a healthy lifestyle. You have to dive deep and start considering why are you starting this journey. So first thing first, right? First and foremost, you have to find your why in life. Your why is your purpose in life. The driving force that will keep you moving forward when things get hard in life and keeps you very diligent when things when things are not going very well in your life, So crystallizing your why helps you solidify what matters most to you. When you identify your why, you can wake up every morning like it's a new year day, full of resolution to make positive changes and focus on a self-improvement. So first thing first, you have to find your why in order to lose fat and keep it off forever. Because if your why is your purpose, then ask yourself, what's the purpose of you starting this? Are you going to do this only for a season or a lifetime? Is your purpose staying healthy for your, let's say, child's graduation party or wedding ceremony, right? Maybe that's your why. Maybe living a life without pain when you become grandfather or grandmother, it's your goal. Or even traveling the world maybe when you reach retirement, right? So this will help you to shift from short-term goals like, just building a bicep, tricep, to something sustainable that will help you down the road to keep your fat off forever. The another thing that I have to mention is never forget that no matter how big or small your goals are, you won't be able to achieve them if your health is not your number one priority in life. So that's the first thing that I mentioned. You have to find your why you are doing this. The second thing, very important to me, you know, some people will mention, okay, do this exercise, you know, or eat this much and that much, you know, it will help to keep the fat off forever. But if you think about it, it's much more deeper than that, you know. The second thing that I will mention, you have to create a habit out of it, you know. It will be very impossible for you to keep it off, the fat off, you know, if you cannot create a habit to move regularly or being active. Because guess what, you know, there will be days, you know, in your life when you are not going to feel motivated at all to do any kind of activities, but your why and your habit will keep you moving through forever, right? So basically habit is just a routine that your brain has put on autopilot, and the most beautiful thing about the habit, it requires no effort, right? So it's effortless. It's some kind of routine that when you wake up in the morning, you're doing your you know, your favorite breakfast without even thinking of it, you know, because it's on autopilot and become a habit. The other thing is you have to think in the other way when it comes to changing your lifestyle as well. So let's say you start eating better, you sleep better, working out, meditating. People think that quite often there is an end in this game. You know, they think that they will start working out for a couple of weeks. You know, they will see the first results and they think that that's over, right? But however, this process never ends. That's why I'm here to help you, you know, to find a way of how to create the habit. And this one, you know, like a living positive lifestyle, living a healthy lifestyle, being active all the time is just one more habit that you should incorporate in your lifetime if you want to keep seeing results until the last day of your life, you know. So don't really bother if this whole process takes a couple of months, you know, it takes a year. For some people it takes 2 years, for some people it takes 5 years, you know, because in 2 years, right, you can extend your lifespan for the next 15, 20, 40, you know, plus years of high quality life. Another thing that people quite often asking me is, you know, like what else we can do to keep the fat off forever, right? Because as you progress in life, you know, things will get hard. You know, don't expect that things will get easier, right? So be really cautious and choose your heart wisely. Why I'm always saying this, you know, being disciplined, I know, and you know, everyone around me know that being disciplined is very hard, right? Losing weight, it's hard. You know, working out, it's not easy. Getting stronger is hard. Being consistent all the time, it's very hard when things are not going well in your life, you know. Letting go of your past, something that happened to you 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe something from the childhood, is very hard to let it go, right? But if you think about it, you know, and you spend some time with you know, like, and you dive deep into it, you realize that being overweight, it's super hard and it's much harder, you know. Dying early is very sad for the environment around you, right? So it's very hard, right? Feeling weak and tired all of the time is extremely hard. Living in scarcity, what is going to happen to you, you know, tomorrow is much more harder than keeping a healthy lifestyle. Being depressed and anxious is also very hard. So that's why I'm always saying be present in the moment and choose your heart wisely. Next thing, very important, in order to keep your fat off forever, you have to find a supportive community, right? Don't go alone in this journey. Being a part of community with very high standards like yours, you know, will allow you to share your wins and your setbacks over time, you know. So we all need supportive system around us to share our things in life, you know, how our things are going in life, and so on. Furthermore, even more crucial, it will give you a sense that you are not alone in this whole journey, and that one, it really helps to push you forward, right? And most importantly, you will be heard, right? So whenever you feel like you are doing progress on something or you have to complain or something, that's all normal in life. Celebrate the small wins with your close one. Always share your wins, your setback with your close one, and you will keep moving in this journey. Next thing that I want to share is you have to somehow master your body, right? So we all coming in different sizes and shapes, right? So basically some of us, have a small structure, but they're skinny fat. Some of us they're obese, right? So each of us have to have a kind of different approach of how to train, but also have to spend some time with himself, right, with yourself, and start learning your body, how your body functions. Are you a hard gainer, right? Are you gaining muscle very hard? Are you losing fat very hard, right? In some of the next webinars, we are going to share some more tips of how to do a specific workout according to your body type, right? But right now, I just want to point out like a key component when you start working out. First thing first that you need to do, you make sure that you train each muscle group twice a week, because even though the volume of a given training, let's say, is the same comparing to training each muscle group individually only once, higher frequency per muscle group will put you in a better position of building high quality high quality muscle mass along with the proper nutrition regimen. So basically the workout that I will give it to you, it's let's say if you start training 3 times a week, I will suggest to start with total body movements at each workout. If your plan is to start training 4 times a week, you can choose between upper, lower, let's say, upper on Monday, lower on Tuesday, then 1 day off, then you go upper, lower again, and then you take the weekend off, right? So the other thing that I want to mention to you is with every single workout, make sure that you incorporate a compound movements, right? Which means exercise that include more muscle group at the same time. Over time, these compound movements will help you to move faster through your ultimate goal, right? And the third thing that I want to share right now, make sure that you challenge your workout somehow over time, right? With the term known as a progressive overload, right? So progressive overload is a concept where you make your workouts a bit more challenging over time, either by increasing the weight, the sets, or the number of repetitions performed during each set. So there are many ways of how to do a progressive overload, but my personal suggestion is to do it by increasing the number of sets first instead of increasing the weight during each workout. Because if you start increasing the weight every time you go to the gym, you will hit the plateau much quicker. That's why I'm suggesting you choose the right weight for you and you start with 3 sets first, right? Before you increase the weight, make sure that you're able to do, let's say, 4 sets for a couple of weeks, and after that, you can go and increase the weight for the next stage of your workout program. Thank you, man. I have to take a short break before we move on. Thank you. Next thing that I want to mention, also very important, when people start this journey, somehow they overburn very quickly. Why is that? Because our mind is functioning on the way that we want fast results, we want to receive a fast gratification, right? Whatever it is. That's how our brain operates. That's everywhere around us. We are just pounding with social media, fast results, and stuff like that, right? So when people start to work out, one of the biggest mistake that they're making is they're trying to fix all of the things at once, but they're neglecting the recovery part. If you are not recovering well and properly, you are not going to be able to keep your weight, your fat loss off forever. So because exercise is a stressor, right? Usually it's a good one, but still it's a stressor. If you exercise very intensely and quite often, you add stress to a body that may already be stressed from other stuff like work, relationship, travel, late nights gathering, whatever it is, you name it. But generally this is not a bad thing. Exercise can literally help relieve the other stress. But in terms of a physical demand, you still need to help your body to recover from all the stress that you are experiencing, right? So training too frequently and intensely may lead to poor lubrication, more inflammation, battery drained hormones, right? Catabolic breaking down hormones when the cortisol goes up most of the time, right? And then as a result, you might experience blood sugar goes up and down consistently, depression and anxiety most of the time, trouble falling asleep, food cravings, slower metabolism, right? So these all things, it will hinder your progress, right? It will never allow you to keep your fat off forever. So if you ask me, my general recommendation, always start with 3 hours of activities, of physical activities per week, and monitor yourself. Over time, if you see that your body can recover pretty well, right, then you add 1 more, hour physical activity per week. Just make sure that you are not overburning yourself, because many people that comes into the gym, they are trying to do two trainings a day, they're not recovering, they go for, circuit training the other day, they climb mountains, in order to keep that fat off, but that's not how our body is meant to be. We have to recover in order to let the things to slow down and make it happen. So that was my think about the training program, and I want to share one more thing very, very specific with you. My last thing I'm always saying, create a better sleeping routine. Why I'm saying that? In my opinion, in my experience for the past decade, I found out that you can literally you can elevate all the boats, from the marina, right? At the same time, just by fixing your sleep routine, mood swings, hormonal imbalances, energy, injury prevention, focus, food choices. Why is that? Because if you don't have a proper sleep cycles, your brain will trigger the hormones, called ghrelin, our hunger hormones, right? And leptin, our feeling full hormones. In a sense, sleep deprivation will lead to increase ghrelin hormone, right? So we'll feel hungry more of the time, right? And will decrease the level of leptin. With that being said, our brain will keep sending signals for making up poor food choices as refined and quick sugars, processed fat, in order to keep you awake during the day, and over time, this repetitive stress can lead to obesity or diabetes, right? So this is my point of view of how to lose fat and keep it off forever. And if you like it, right now we want to shift towards the other part about the nutrition and how nutrition can help to keep your fat off forever. So Afshan, please take your turn.
Finally,
Thank
it's
you
my
guys.
turn.
Yeah,
Hello.
thank you guys.
Thanks,
Amazing.
Jimmy. It was great. I hope all of you learned a few things from his presentation, and let me see how well I do.
Sure.
This is
You just keep it here.
Perfect. Yeah.
Amazing.
So hi guys, again Afshan here, and I would be touching base few things for you on the role of nutrition in fat loss. So what is fat loss? So fat loss refers to only losing excess fat from the body. So to understand the concept further, it is very important to know that losing body fat is generally healthier than losing weight overall. The reason behind this, the people a lot of times they say, oh, I am losing weight just by doing this fat diet. But when someone loses weight, they may lose water and muscle, not just fat. So it's important when we are talking about fat loss, we are doing the right thing to lose fat, not the lean mass of our body. So losing weight and fat can help person to avoid obesity and health risks. So in that way, it is very, very, very important to maintain lean body mass and muscle mass to function correctly. So if we don't have our lean body mass, then we will end up having lowered metabolism, fatigue, declined muscular function, and then the most importantly, we will be suffering from emotional and psychological state, and then we will increase our health injuries, risk of injuries. So in that way, with the fat loss, macros play a big role. So understanding of macros, which is short form of macronutrients. So macronutrients consist of your carbs, proteins, and fats for the day, which we consume every day through our diet. So many times people will ask me, why do I need macros in terms of losing weight and the fat? So the macros we eat, it gives us, or you have heard people talking about calories in and calories out. So let me tell you about what calorie in and calorie out is. So your calorie in is your protein, your fat, and carbohydrates. And your calorie out is your exercise, which you do, and daily activities, and your resting metabolic rate. So both of these, if you have both balanced calorie in or your calorie out, so your energy is balanced. So when your energy is balanced, you stay in the state of same weight, or you maintain your weight. But if one of them are higher than the other, so let's say calorie in is higher, and then calorie out, your exercise, daily activities, and resting metabolic rate is lower, then what happens? Yes, because you're eating more than you are burning, so obviously your weight's gonna be higher. But if it's other way around, if your calorie out is higher, you're working out, you're doing a cycling, you're doing walking, or you're doing some daily chores, or not sitting around, or doesn't have a sedentary lifestyle, and you're eating normal, like 3 times a week, or maybe having a very clean diet, so you will lose weight. So the goal is to eat healthier version of food, okay? So stay active. So there's few tips I will be trying to show to you or tell you about, which hopefully will help you lose fat. So first thing first is your calorie deficit is needed, but I would highly suggest that eat healthy food. Don't go for intermittent diet or intermittent fasting for 16 hours, and then you have 2 meals, and your 2 meals consist of burgers and pizza. So this way you're not going to lose weight, but healthier lifestyle is very important. So I will stress that good nutrition can help you lose weight, because you have to have very nutritious, balanced, essential vitamins and minerals filled diet to your life, which will keep you more full during the daytime, and then your cravings of hunger will go away. Number 2, maximize your protein and fiber. So as you know, when you eat more protein-based diet, which is your meat, your poultry, your chicken, your fish, and tofu, if you're vegetarian, that keeps you full during the daytime or satisfy you for a long time in between the meals. But you also need fiber to feel full. So your fiber comes from your vegetables. So make sure you have a healthy dose or in healthy portion size of your fiber for the daily intake, okay? So another thing which I have all the time is in fighting the inflammation through your diet. So guys, what is the inflammation, you ask? The thing is, whenever you pinches yourself and your skin is thick and you feel as if someone is pinching you and you say, ouch, so that is inflammation. Usually your skin should be very light and pliable, so when you pull it, it is like elastic, it's keep coming with you. But if it's hard and then you feel very bloated in the morning or during the daytime after eating something, so this is called that your body is inflamed or the water retention. So when your body is in a state of inflammation, your body shut down to burn fat, and then whatever the food you take through your food, it doesn't digest properly and it goes to your body, and then it slows your metabolism down. So in that condition, we have to be very, very careful what we eat and what we put in this machine. So make sure you cut down all the sugary drinks or your processed food or refined oils or refined carbs, which is not very healthy for you anyway. So this way we are avoiding excess or outer external things which hindering us not lose weight and then keeping our fat higher. So this is the thing which I learned through all my journey of fitness, and that strength training is very important with the compound movement and then recovery workout. So when you do training, strength training, which is your lat pull down or whatever you do in the gym with your trainer or by yourself, strength training is very helpful to build your lean muscle, because your body need lean muscle to lose fat, and there's nowhere for fat to grow. So to have a healthier lifestyle and then have a healthier growth or lose fat, so make sure you incorporate strength training into your life and into your routine. So the other and most important thing which Dimi has mentioned, that your recovery and rest and the sleep is very, very important to lose weight as well, and then stay away from the inflammation, and then stay away for late night hunger. Let's say when you staying up late, you start feeling hungry because your body needs a rest at that time to recover for next day or next morning or next whatever you want to be doing the next few weeks or days or whatnot. So in that, when you have enough sleep or enough rest, you won't gain weight, or you lessen the risk of obesity and getting fatter. Another thing I would like to tell you, that a lot of people nowadays, they get very fascinated by fad diets. Yes, I know you say, oh yeah, I did keto diet and I lost 10 kg. So it's a good thing for you. Yes, you were very excited. You lost 10 kg finally, but that 10 kg will come back. You must be lost your lean muscle mass and then the water from your body. So the goal for us here to teach you how to lose weight, how to keep it sustainable for a long time, how to keep the fat away from your body, and how to stay stronger and consistent. So why you not be losing weight? I would highly stress another thing, that you are not in calorie deficit. So even though if you are doing all the right thing, you are eating right, nourishing food, and you are following your macros, you are working out, and then you're keeping a diet, make sure you keep a food diary for yourself. So this way you will be accountable for what you have done. So sometimes we say, oh my God, I just have an egg this morning. Okay, sure, egg is a very healthy food. You get a protein, you get a healthy fat. But what did you do and how did you make that egg in the morning? So maybe you have used one thing, oh, I did fry the egg with 1 tablespoon of oil. So guys, 1 tablespoon of oil is 108 calories. So make sure whatever you're eating, your calories are in order, and then you choose the healthier option to incorporate in your life. So there might be other reason for you to take a look. Maybe your menstrual cycle if you're female, or maybe the stress, some kind of stress is causing it, hormone imbalance, some digestive imbalance as well, which you might be getting it through the food. So make a mental note of the food which you have taken, and then you can eliminate that for a week or 2 weeks and then come back again. The bottom line, guys, to lose body fat sustainably, it's best to avoid crash diets and unsafe supplements. So you should incorporate healthy habits into your routine, such as eating healthy grains instead of refined carbs, replacing sugary drinks with a healthier drink options if it's available, or just stick to your water. So be sure to pair these simple nutrition tips with a well-rounded diet and active lifestyle, with strength training to promote long-lasting, sustainable fat loss. Thank you, guys. This is my presentation. Let's have Dimi. Hey, Dimi.
Hi.
Yep.
Thank you for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, me and Afshar are waiting for you in the Q&A section on Zoom. So let's meet there.
Come on. Let's go. Who's going to be first one?
I don't know. Let's see.
I'm very
I'm
curious
ready.
what they're going to ask. Hi, guys. Welcome back. It was a nice short break. We needed some water.
Of course.
Hey, Jimmy, there's a question from Nick. He says, like, we spoke about regularly, okay, if we have a sedentary lifestyle, so then he won't be able, that means he doesn't lose weight. So what would you say to him?
You know, like we have to find out a little bit more, right? Like what kind of sedentary lifestyle he has, right? First, like for how many hours he sits per day. But if, you know, if we talk openly, it will be almost impossible to lose, you know, fat or weight, you know, if you're sitting all day long. First thing first, you know, like when you're at, you know, you're resting, your heart rate is kind of very slow, right? So in order to lose some fat, you know, like behind them, all the macros and nutrition and everything, you have to somehow challenge your heart rate to goes up, to go into the burning fat mode, right? So that's my opinion. The other style, he might find, you know, somehow to keep moving during that period of time when he is working, right? So maybe, what was your opinion? Like,
I was saying that if you're, depending where you are, if you're in the office or at home, if you are on the call,
and then or just typing a message, why don't you just pace in the room?
Right,
So at
right.
least you're
You can
not
keep-
sitting on the chair.
Sure.
So you're at least moving around.
Sure.
Or if you have a hallway and there's no dogs barking at you or the kids, so you
Mhm.
can just do the 10 meters pacing. It's still at least making you move your body.
Yeah.
So it's better than sedentary lifestyle.
True.
Yeah.
And also, like the other thing is you have to plan it in advance.
Yeah.
Like so many people are working all day long, right? They are
Right.
sitting, but you have to somehow find the time to do some kind of activity, right?
Exactly.
If you can plan, the night before, plan ahead, then maybe during lunchtime, you can step out of the office, and
Exactly.
just go
Yeah.
for a run or something.
Yeah.
It will help to start losing weight.
True.
Right?
And the other good tip for you, if you are living in a condo and if you're not in a high-rise condo or you are on the 6th or 7th floor, why don't you make a habit of going down to fetch
Just-
something to the car or just climb up at least once or twice. So at least it makes you start moving
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
day.
And
Yeah.
speed up your heart rate
Exactly.
as well, right?
Let's see the next question.
Okay, anonymous.
Yeah,
All right.
this is from Anonymous. Does eating more lean meat
Hmm.
lose fat, means lose fat?
It doesn't matter, right? Like
Yeah.
you have to match your calories first
Yeah.
foremost. But the thing is, like the lean meat works better because it's a less fat, right?
True.
Yeah. So you're not gonna shut, your calories during the days that
Exactly.
much easily.
Yeah.
So that's how we find somehow that eating lean meat, it can help,
Yeah.
but it's not guaranteed that you're gonna lose any fat, right?
True, because anything, if clients should know or people should know that 1 gram of protein is 4 calories.
Yeah.
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 So if you're eating enough calories, so this is an easy measurement for you. So 1 grams of carbs and 1 grams of meat,
Okay.
protein
Yeah,
is
yeah.
4 calories.
Yeah.
And then 1 grams of fat is 9 calories. So this is we have to watch.
Of course.
So if you overshot your fat for the day,
Yeah.
like 1 tablespoon could be 108 calories for
Right.
you.
Or
olive
just
oil.
if like their favorite meals are eating red meat,
Yeah.
right? In the red meat, like the fat content is
It's very
super
high, yeah.
right? And then
Exactly.
when you multiply it with 9 calories per gram,
Yeah.
you can easily shut
Double
your
it.
Yep.
So this is why slowly you see
Yeah.
I eat very lean and clean, but then other stuff can
Right.
cause and add more calories to your
Yeah.
daily intake of the calories. So just watch out for those
Of course.
little things, okay?
Of course.
So there's
yeah.
another question from
Yeah.
Chris David.
Chris David, does
Intermittent
intermittent
fasting
fasting help? Okay, with the
Clubbed with the right workout.
workout. So basically, all the diets, like works for some period of time, right? Any diet that you would choose, any diet somehow has some restriction in
Yeah.
it, right? So let's say intermittent fasting, depends also how many hours of fasting he is doing, right? Because right now it's kind of, very trendy diet, and people right now are trying to go 20 hours without eating anything, right?
Yeah.
So basically, we need to know a bit more about his style, how many hours of intermittent
Yeah.
fasting he is doing, and what kind of right workout.
Yeah.
Because whatever he is doing, if intermittent fasting works for him, amazing, right?
Yeah.
If he can sustain, right? Any diet is good, any lifestyle is good if you can sustain for a lifetime,
Exactly. And the other thing is, Jimmy, people think intermittent fasting is everything and then they start losing weight, but they don't realize that even doesn't matter you do intermittent fasting and workout, if you don't eat right and proper nutritional food and then proper macros, nothing's going to help you. So you make sure you finish your protein for the day.
Yeah.
Which is important to build lean muscle. If you don't have a lean muscle, you're not going to lose fat and you're not going to lose weight.
Yep.
So just make sure, watch what you eat and then do your workout or intermittent diets,
Yeah.
whatever you.
I mean, if he can tell us a little bit more, we can help him, right?
Yes, please reach out to us offline.
Of course.
And with all these questions in
Of
detail.
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then next one is from Beatrice. How did inflammation happen in our body through our diet?
For inflammation, it goes over time, right?
Right.
If you're living like a sedentary lifestyle, you're not moving a lot, our body cannot deal with it, somehow, and then you're creating like inflammation in your body, so it's not basically just through our diet, but it's complete like
Of a lifestyle, basically what we are doing.
Yes,
And, yeah.
yes. There is no diet that will cause, you will get inflamed just by eating this, or
Yeah.
some food sources, like if you're eating, let's say, berries and stuff like that, like something that is very clear,
Yeah.
it can help fight inflammation, right?
Exactly, yeah.
The other thing is, you have to make sure that you're not eating too much processed food, right?
Yeah.
The processed food, of course, can cause a lot of inflammation
Exactly,
through
yes,
our body, because so many additives, so many colors inside, that our body is not made to do that, right?
True, yeah. If like broccoli works for you, broccoli is not going to work for me.
Of
So
course.
this is what we have to tune your mind and the body and the stomach together to know which helps us, so we can fight the inflammation, and that works for us, so then we can have a very healthier lifestyle.
The other thing is, like, let's say you have to be watchful, you have to be aware of your body. You have to start learning your body, how it feels after eating a certain meal,
Exactly,
right?
yeah,
If you start burping, you feel bloated all the time, that means that something is not right for you, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of thing you have to suspect, initially, and maybe, that kind of food can cause inflammation down the road.
So guys, what Dimi is saying, so you keep an eye on whatever you eat, and then the response from that. So, and our body gives us very clear response, whatever we eat. But if we keep ignoring, so if you start listening to it and watching it, you will be having a very better lifestyle, and then understanding of it, and then you can keep losing the weight. Okay. Sure. So next question is from Harry. He's asking.
No, he's the first one.
Sorry, Beatrice.
Yes.
So she's asking about monitor my sleep through Garmin watch.
Yeah.
How many hours of sleep is considered a good sleep? That's a very easy and simple question.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's simple, but also, we have to find out what kind of lifestyle she has, right?
Yeah.
So the recommendation, it's always, let's say, between 7, right, and 8 hours.
True.
Right, but we have to find out, is it work, does it work for her, right? Because some people can get enough with 6 hours, but they are taking break during the day, like maybe
so
power
they can get
nap,
a nice nap,
right? Power nap, half an hour, then it helps. For some people, they have to sleep 9 hours straight, right?
Exactly.
In order for the body to recover.
True.
Yeah,
so it's everybody's lifestyle and body is different. So try minimum requirement is 7 hours to have, because then this way your body has totally recovered overnight. That's why we need our sleep. Okay, so then we can better perform for next day. So a lot of issues comes from not it's not having a good sleep. So yes, manage your sleep. If you don't have a good night's sleep, try to make a nap 15 to 20 minutes during the daytime if you can.
And they have to also, like, consider how they're feeling during the day, right? Because if you're lacking, good amount of sleep, right? Your body will start going all over your place, right? Then you're gonna start looking for some quick sugar just to keep you awake.
Like
and
a caffeine.
Usually people sleep sleep down this way when they're saying, oh, I cannot sustain my day, I have to drink 4 coffees, right?
Exactly.
But 4 coffees, tons of sugar, just to keep
and those
you
all adding extra calories to your day.
Yes.
So the next question was from Anonymous. There are different heart rate zones, from fat burn zone to cardio zone, and we all know these. So example of risk of walking to blood muscles and the lose fat without significant cardio or peak zone. Oh, this is a very, very athletic.
No, like it's possible. So
sports specific question.
So what's his question? He wants to build muscle and lose fat without significant cardio or peak zone activities.
Variable,
it is possible, but it will take a long time. Of course,
exactly.
of course. Like the usually, you know, let's say when we are working with some bodybuilders or some of our trainers, you know, who are preparing for bodybuilding competition,
Yeah.
you know, they just go slow pace. They're doing their cardio to prevent any muscle loss, you know,
True,
but
yeah.
they're doing for a longer period of time,
Yeah.
and they're, you know, like a schedule in advance, couple months,
Yeah.
right, in advance, because there is no way, you know, to lose you know, fat quickly if you're just doing lazy cardio, walking or stuff like that,
True.
right?
Yeah, for
So-
the building muscle, you do need to have heavyweight
Of
strength
course,
training,
of course,
doing
of
compound
course.
movements.
So
Yes.
it's even, you know, like some of the research that we are doing, you know, short sprints,
Yeah.
you know, for short period of time, you know, it will make a huge benefit if you want to keep your muscle and still lose some fat, right?
Okay.
But just no longer duration, not more than 10 seconds, you know,
Right.
just quick sets of 10 seconds. It will be very beneficial.
So basically, thing is 15 to 20 minutes of cardio is okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to lose whatever the muscles you have tried
Yep.
to build.
Yep.
So yeah, see.
Even after a session, right? Just
Yeah.
quick metabolic after a workout session, after weight training,
Yeah.
it will help. You know, doesn't need to be 30 minutes, 40 minutes and
True.
stuff like that.
Okay, so next one is also from Anonymous.
Yeah.
How can I sustain myself a week before my period when I feel like eating everything?
Okay, so
That's
Akshay?
that. Yes, I know. I could answer, you know, better way,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
So the ladies, I know it's a very tough time and tough
Period.
time of the month.
Yeah.
So I know we all have our cravings. So how about you can just find out some substitute for those cravings? So like if you like chocolate, so how about we can find, there's many different options of protein bars are available, and some of them are amazing, which doesn't even taste like protein bars. And then it also provides you protein with that, and then nice healthy options. So have one of those. And if you like savory or salty type of things, so there's a protein chips are very amazing. I think you guys know about Quest, Quest, and they come in different flavors. One bag of chips is 20 grams of protein. I know it's a little bit high in fat, but it's okay. So you can avoid the other fats during the daytime when you're having that. So just have it manage your fat for that day.
Yeah.
But that bag of chips is again amazing substitute. And then there's another salty idea for you to have. It's like edamame, dry roasted edamame. They come in the different packages.
Okay.
So they have a 100 calorie package and then 200 calorie package. So then 100 calorie package provides 10 grams of protein, and the 200 calorie provide 20 grams of protein.
Okay.
What's better way to have a supplement,
And
like substitute? Yeah.
The other thing that I would suggest, like they have to eat proper meals as well, right?
True.
So if they have a good amount of protein and healthy fat, right, it will make them to feel full for longer, right? So they can go from meal to meal without cheating too much, without taking too many snacks, right?
Yeah.
So they have to think to get some food that will make satiety like for longer, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, again, it's
again related to the deep sleep.
Yeah.
And then REM phases also contribute to muscle repair. Light sleep
or
and
REM phases. Depends, right? But like based on the research that we are doing, yes, it's important to have a deep sleep, but it's very like unknown exactly, you know, like how long it should be the deep sleep, because every day is different, right?
True.
We are never the same person every day, right?
No.
Every night is different. Depends how many times you're gonna wake up during the night.
Yeah.
So for me, you know, like I would say that one cycle, it lasts approximately 90 minutes, let's say. So basically I would say that you have to get between at least four to six of those cycle. So, and then it's impossible to miss the deep sleep in between.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to guess, you know, like exactly how long the deep sleep should be every day.
That's why the routine is very important.
Exactly.
So if your lights are off around 10 p.m. and then you're waking up at 6,
Yeah.
at least you get
You get-
6 to 7 hours.
absolutely,
And out
absolutely.
of that 7 hours, you have at least 3 hours
Yeah.
of good solid sleep,
Yeah.
and then which will make you go through your daily
Absolutely.
routine.
But
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day is totally
Exactly,
different, right?
depending on the day how you spend the
Exactly.
day, how tired you are.
Did you have a stress
or
the day
coffee
before?
or something? Yeah,
Coffee, right?
yeah.
What kind of food? Is it
True.
sugary, right? Did
What
you have
time
a,
dinner you take in? So
Exactly.
dinner makes such a difference. If you take
True.
very late dinner,
Exactly.
you won't have a great sleep. So make at least gives 3 to 4 hours
Yeah,
before you go to sleep. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Thank you so much for all to come
yeah.
and then join us today. I hope we both are able to help you understand
Of course, little
and then
bit more.
get
Yeah,
a little bit more. And then if
Yeah.
you have any questions regarding,
Yeah.
excuse me,
Yeah.
please do reach out to us
Yes.
behind the cameras. We
Yes.
are always available.
Of course.
We might be a little bit delayed because we have a busy schedule with the clients
Yeah.
and training and whatnot.
Yep.
But we will definitely make sure we'll reach
We
out to you
respond.
and
Absolutely.
respond to you right away.
Sure.
Okay.
If they have any, like concerns, they
Yeah.
can reach out anytime.
Anytime.
Yep.
Or if you're in Singapore, please visit us at the gym. We
Yeah.
will be able to
We'll try
spend
our
some
best
time and then
for
have
sure.
a coffee with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes. Hope you learned something from this webinar.
Yeah.
So yes, give us a thumbs up if
Yeah.
you liked it, and then speak soon and see you soon in the next webinar.
Yes, please join us. Thank
Yep.
you. Bye.
Bye.